What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Today is January the 20th. We're looking at the NASDAQ futures. So, NASDAQ futures, yesterday we had the holiday markets were, semi-open for futures, half day, equity market, close. So, a little bit of a gap down that we experienced. One thing that I wanted to point out in the last video that we made was look at your weekly chart and start keeping an eye on this 20 simple moving average. So a lot of stuff going on my chart, but if you look at the purple line that's right here, somewhat relatively in the upper middle portion of this chart, we have not really lost the 20 simple moving average in quite some time. In fact, the last time that we were trading below the 20 simple moving average was going all the way back to last April, May. And we lost that on that tariff news back, at the end of March into April, right? That's what really started that whole selling cycle. So one thing that I want you guys to notice is that in the last video, go back and watch it, I talked about if we sweep the 20 period moving average and then quickly reclaim it and close over that for this current week that we're trading on, bullish. Okay, because look at the last time that we did that. We had 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks of selling pressure. We swept and kind of scraped through that 20 simple moving average, and then we started a little bit of a bounce. Now the problem that we've been running into here is we're still kicking the can down the road on, is the Supreme Court going to rule in favor or not of these tariffs, and a lot of other things going on, right? You have tensions with Iran, you have tensions in Venezuela, the situation that happened over there. We have potentially a takeover of Greenland, right? Again, take it for what it's worth. But there's a lot of things going on in the world all at once. Market in the bigger money is kind of just like, okay, there's not a real reason, a big enough catalyst to push the market down. However, we're a little bit cautious of continuing to push this market higher. Okay, so that's why we're going into, and we've been in a distribution cycle for almost 2 months. This will actually mark the second month of distribution, and distribution is just consolidation. We are not putting in a new low, we are not losing support. However, we are not making new highs either. Okay, getting a little bit of a lower high, a little bit of a, not, I wouldn't say so much of a rounded top yet, but a flattening out. But the one thing that I want to keep in mind, and the one thing that I want to keep watching, especially for myself, not only do I trade futures prop firms, so I want to be on the right side of those scalps intraday, I also have a long-term portfolio with ETFs and equities and stuff like that. I'm looking for areas of opportunity where maybe I need to take a step back and not put any more money into the portfolio, but also where could I potentially load up and dollar cost average into some of these names and try to get that better price for the continuation. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is the only thing I'm focused on this week is, do we close below this 20 simple moving average? And that price is sitting at 25,200. Do we close below that? If we do, we're going to see some more selling. We're going to probably see selling all the way down into 24,000, if not 23,500. That is what it is. We can circle back to that when and if that happens. If we close over the 20 simple moving average this week, and we kind of make this attempt to reclaim our short-term supply, which is our 5 and 10 day moving average, we would need to get over 25,650s. And in that case, I'm going to say pretty confidently that we're probably going to make that run up towards 26,000. Okay, whether we put in an all-time high or we keep pushing for another leg higher, I don't really know. But the 26,000 is probably what's going to happen if we can remain holding suit of this 20 simple moving average. So right now, all I want you guys to do, in my opinion, because this is what I'm doing, again, I am not a financial advisor. I am not giving you advice on to do this or do that. I'm only speaking out of context of what I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now is trying to limit my scalps, okay? Because it's very easy in a distribution market where it looks like it's going higher, it looks like it's going lower. Next thing you know, we're looking back at the end of the day, where we're a dozen or 2 dozen trades deep and we completely spun out of control and lost everything, right? Or we had a fantastic first trade of the day and then we gave it all back and ended up finishing in the red. So what I'm doing is trying to limit the number of scalps that I'm taking. That's number one. And number two, I'm sizing down a little bit. So instead of my normal 3 contracts, 3 mini contracts, I'm probably going to trade 1 to 2. Okay, that way it's going to limit my potential downside risk. It's going to allow me to stay in trades a little bit longer as it's working against me. And what I'm really trying to do and focus on is on those smaller time frames, 5-minute and 60-minute views. I'm trying to really look at structure in terms of where is my VWAP, where is my 20 simple moving average, and where is my 50 SMA on those time frames, and trying to use those as areas of a max pain stop versus telling myself, hey, I'm looking for a 10-point scalp, but I only want to risk 5 points. It doesn't really make any sense, especially when the market is very, very volatile and it's very, very choppy. We're not getting humongous moves, but days ranges of 300, 400 points where you're looking at 150, 200 point move to the downside, followed by an 80 point move back up to the upside, can definitely wipe you out. So stay a little bit more calm, stay a little bit more patient until we come out of this distribution cycle. You will know when we come out of this distribution cycle, because not only will we be trending more so all day intraday, you're going to be either trading below or above this 20 period moving average after this week. Okay, now the market can definitely continue to do this distribution cycle, but it looks like it's starting to come to an end, right? We've had multiple tests now of this 20 period moving average. So the more times you test something, either the more times you make it stronger, or the more you're weakening that area. Okay, so just be cautious. In my personal opinion, and it's nothing more than an opinion, I would say that if there is a continued pullback, I could see that 23,500 area getting tagged, if not 23,000. Now that's a long ways away, and we're probably going to need a little bit of a catalyst for that, but that would probably be a significant enough pullback to continue this up into the right action that we were getting after those April tariff sell-offs. Okay, so that would be a strong move, because that would be pushing us down into this prior resistance before we had that sell-off. Okay, so we haven't really come back to this area to test it yet, and you'll see that that area is sitting down here and around that 50 SMA, 50 EMA. So again, the market can continue to just grind to the upside as well, but this type of pullback here would be a pretty good buying opportunity. So with that being said, guys, if you guys are looking for a discount with Apex Trader Funding right now, it's 80% off. You can use the link down in the description box below. You can use my code DAnthony to save that 80% off. I would highly appreciate it. It's definitely what helps keep this channel alive and keep it afloat. I will see all of you guys on the next video. Stay safe, stay calm, keep making cash.